Neapolitan pizza. Neapolitan pizza comes from Naples, Italy, where modern pizza history first took shape. It is known for its soft, airy crust and quick cooking process inside very hot ovens, often heated with wood. The dough rises into puffy edges while the center remains tender and light. Traditional toppings usually include tomato sauce, fresh mozzarella, basil, and olive oil. Strict preparation methods developed over time, helping preserve the original style. Unlike heavily loaded pizzas, Neapolitan pizza focuses more on texture and ingredient quality. Its influence reaches across the world because many pizza styles developed from its foundation. Restaurants everywhere still look to this classic method for inspiration. Neapolitan pizza remains important because it helped shape pizza into one of the most recognized foods across different countries and cultures. Margherita pizza. Margherita pizza began in Naples, Italy, and remains one of the most recognized pizza styles in the world. It is traditionally made with tomato sauce, fresh mozzarella cheese, basil leaves, and olive oil. The ingredients were chosen to reflect the colors of the Italian flag, giving the pizza both cultural and historical importance. Its crust is usually thin and lightly crisp around the edges while staying soft in the center. Unlike pizzas covered with many toppings, Margherita focuses on balance and simplicity. Every ingredient has room to stand out. Over time, this style became a foundation for modern pizza traditions far beyond Italy. Margherita pizza matters because it represents how simple cooking methods and carefully selected ingredients can create a food that stays popular across generations and cultures. New York-style pizza. New York-style pizza developed in the United States after Italian immigrants brought pizza-making traditions to American cities. It became famous for large slices, thin crust, and a texture that stays crisp while remaining flexible enough to fold during eating. Tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese create the traditional base, though many topping choices later became common. The dough often rests for long periods before baking, helping build flavor and texture. Pizza shops throughout New York helped turn this style into an important part of city food culture. Its popularity eventually spread far beyond the region. New York-style pizza matters because it introduced millions of people to pizza in a fast, convenient way while creating a version that balanced tradition with changing tastes and modern city life. Chicago deep dish pizza. Chicago deep dish pizza takes a very different approach from traditional thin-crust pizza styles. It was developed in Chicago during the 20th century and quickly became one of the city's signature foods. Instead of a flat base, it uses a deep baking pan that creates tall crust edges surrounding layers of cheese, toppings, and tomato sauce. The sauce often sits on top rather than underneath the cheese, giving it a distinct appearance. Its crust becomes thick and rich, almost closer to pastry than standard pizza dough. Deep dish pizza feels filling and substantial, often eaten with a knife and fork. Chicago deep dish matters because it expanded ideas about pizza and showed how regional food traditions can grow into styles recognized and appreciated far beyond where they first began. Sicilian pizza. Sicilian pizza comes from Sicily, Italy, where baking traditions shaped its unique texture and appearance. It usually has a thick, airy crust and is often baked in rectangular pans instead of round ones. The dough develops a soft interior while keeping a crisp outer layer that adds contrast with every bite. Traditional versions commonly include tomato sauce, cheese, olive oil, and herbs, although toppings can vary depending on region and personal preference. When Sicilian pizza spread to other countries, especially the United States, local influences created new variations while keeping the original style recognizable. Its shape alone makes it stand apart from many other pizza types. Sicilian pizza matters because it reflects how food traditions travel across borders while adapting naturally to different places and generations. Detroit-style pizza. Detroit-style pizza began in Detroit, Michigan, and built its identity around texture and structure. It is baked in rectangular metal pans that help create a thick crust with crisp, caramelized edges. Cheese often stretches all the way to the sides, where it browns during baking and forms one of the style's defining features. Tomato sauce is commonly added in lines over the top, rather than spread underneath the cheese. The result combines a soft interior with crunchy edges that give each slice contrast. Detroit-style pizza remained a regional favorite for years before gaining wider attention. Today, it continues growing in popularity. Detroit-style pizza matters because it transformed a local cooking idea into a distinct pizza tradition, recognized far beyond its original home. Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian pizza combines ham and pineapple to create one of the most debated pizza styles in modern food culture. Despite the name, it did not begin in Hawaii. It was created in Canada when cooks experimented with combining sweet and savory flavors on pizza. The saltiness of ham and the sweetness of pineapple create a contrast that many people enjoy while others strongly dislike. That division helped make Hawaiian pizza famous beyond its ingredients alone. Over time, it became part of larger conversations about food preferences and how traditions evolve. Pizza styles often change when new ideas are introduced, and Hawaiian pizza reflects that process clearly. Its importance comes from challenging expectations and showing that familiar foods can continue developing in unexpected ways. California-style pizza. California-style pizza developed in the United States and became known for creativity rather than strict tradition. Thin crusts are common, but what truly defines this style is the freedom to experiment with ingredients. Toppings may include vegetables, seafood, specialty cheeses, herbs, or flavor combinations not usually found on older pizza styles. The movement gained attention during the late 20th century when chefs explored new approaches to familiar foods. Fresh ingredients often play an important role, reflecting regional cooking influences. California-style pizza helped expand the idea that pizza could become highly customizable while still remaining recognizable. It matters because it encouraged innovation and showed that food traditions do not always stay fixed. Instead, they continue changing as tastes and cultures evolve over time.